Welcome to another edition of 42 Straight Years In. On my crackhead update, I was at Walmart getting my Thanksgiving meal ingredients, and I was just leaving the self checkout, pushing my cart back out to the car, and this old school lady, she's well dressed, she pulled up beside me, checking the items out in my cart. She said, "Yeah, I see you got some turkey legs." I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna make a turkey and dressing." She said, "I wanted some ham hocks, but they cost too much. They out of my budget." And before I could respond, she said, uh, "I wonder why there's no more gentlemen around." I said, "Well, I can answer that question for myself." I said, "I'm not a gentleman. I'm a heathen." I said, "I see you out here thotting it up." She put a little smirk on her face. So she kept making small talk as we was going out the door of Walmart. And we was walking toward our car. This woman got a brand new Lexus. She just purchased, still got dealer tags on it. Trying to hustle me for a damn ham hock. Just because you a man, you supposed to spend your money on her ass. She probably been living her whole life trying to be a player. And I must appear as another opportunity for her to make a small come up for a damn ham hock. If you can afford a Lexus, I know damn well you can afford a ham hock. That's my crackhead update. Y'all know what it is. Get your motherfucking shanks out and let's get ready to ride. Yeah, this is for basically all the Americans who are average and below average, which is about 75% of Americans. They're not high wage earners. They never gonna be wealthy, but they'll be able to exist in America because of so much government help. Now, people fail to realize, don't understand what capitalism means. In a capitalist country, they at all times got to create additional capital to infuse the system or it'll fall. Now, all these businesses, I can speak for here in Dallas, got help wanted signs out, man. Everybody's hiring. And nobody wants to work. The stand around crew, they ain't gonna never work. All they gonna do is stand around and leech off the rest of the people. We got all these immigrants on America's borders wanting to get inside of America. Guess what's gonna happen? No Americans don't want to work. They're gonna let these people in. They'll be happy as hell to get a job. They can send money back to their family and support their loved ones. And just think, when the first generation is born from those immigrants, they will be American citizens. School in America, speaking American English. Those are going to be your hiring managers. You're going to be a second class, third class citizen in your own damn country. You go apply for a job, and the HR personnel is Mr. Singh from India. You go in there trying to get a job. "Mr. Singh, I sure need a job to feed my family and pay my mortgage and my rent, my car note." You say, "Well, here we work on the Indian principles. We pay $8 an hour, no benefits, 16 hours a day." You'll say, "Mr. Singh, I can't live on that kind of money." You say, "Well, they do it in India. You're going to do it here." Those people eventually in the next 25 years, they're going to be running America because they come from a different culture where the government don't provide anything. You got to get everything out of the mud. And Americans don't want to take advantage of their own system. These people come here and beat you at your own game. I can ride through certain places in Cockrell Hill. I can pick out the houses that majority of the Hispanics own. Well-kept yards, fenced in. You can look at these people, they appreciate being in America. Now, some of those people are living the American dream. If they at least putting something into the system, people will say, well, they take a lot out of the system. Yeah, they put something in the system also. How are these businesses going to run? Look at all these construction sites. Who do you see on those construction sites? A lot of Hispanics. And majority of them are not citizens of the United States. But they providing for their family. Even the ones who don't pay income tax in America, it's impossible not to pay taxes. Every time you purchase something, you're going to pay taxes on it. Anywhere, any store you go to, you will pay taxes. Now, Americans can take advantage of their own system, or you'll perish. You're going to be un-American and born, and all your family is from America. Speak perfect American English. No, nothing in America is a cultural shock to you. These people come here, it's a cultural shock because it's totally different from their homelands. But they're going to beat us at our own game. You can see it coming. You might don't see it right now. Watch 25 years down the line. They're going to be running America. That's who the city council is going to be. The chief of police is going to be. And your ass is going to mind, or you going to get your ass locked up. Are you going to be at the poverty level? You're always going to be hovering right at the poverty level or slightly above it. You ain't going to never advance. Because once they get their hooks in, who they going to hire first? Their own people. Not no America. Go apply for a job and see how they operate. Talk to one of the HR people from Iran and see how he going to operate with you. He not sympathetic to your plight because he come from a country where the government do not take care of its citizens. You got to get everything out of the mud. Yeah, I'm going to go to the Pulaski unit. You know, most inmates on death row, they're allowed to make commissary, make purchases, where they do their time similar to general population, except they locked in a cell for 23 hours a day and no TV. They took the TVs away. Well, the Texas 7 had it different. When they escaped from the Conley unit, they stole the truck, the guard uniforms, all the guns, equipment they stole. After they captured them, they wrote those guys a prison disciplinary. And they charged them for that truck, uniforms, and all the state property that they destroyed during the course of their escape. Now, those guys could not make commissary. Every time they get some money on their account, it go toward their disciplinary for destroying the state property. And on the Texas prison rules, they can charge you for destroying state property, a monetary value on it. Also, when you escape, they handle you different than the rest of the other inmates. Every 10 days, you got to move to another housing unit. They don't never want you to be comfortable in a housing unit where you can plot something. But since the Pulaski unit has been built, no inmate has been able to escape from the Pulaski unit. Plus, death row fence is electrified. If you even touch that fence, it's gonna kill you. You touch it, you dead man. The top of the building, 12 building, is the home of Texas Death Row at the Pulaski unit. They got the electrical wire going around the roof of the building and the perimeter fence. And they got a picket, a gun tower right on the side of 12 building. So there's never been no escapes out of 12 building at Pulaski unit. Once you get there, it's a wrap. You're not leaving, except in that van taking you to the death chamber in Huntsville, or you going on a bench warrant, or maybe a medical chain to the prison hospital in Galveston. But those guys do not have it easy. Well, all the other inmates on death row eating cookies, zuzus, and wham-whams, well, they got to eat the regular chow. And Pulaski is not no good feeding fucking prison. The food there is not worth a shit. I mean, it is solid. So they didn't have no easy time up until the execution. And also, The death row has a level system, the same as a regular administrative segregation. Level 1 means you have all your property, you're able to spend $60 every 2 weeks, and you get wrecked for 1 hour per day, and you get your shower. Level 2, you don't have no commissary, no radio, but you can make commissary. You can only spend $20, but it got to be stationary and hygiene. Level 3, you don't have shit. I mean nothing. You can spend $5 on postage. That's it. And you out of your cell 3 times a week for recreation. They kept those guys on level 3 forever until they started complaining to their attorneys and filing and shit. But they never got to make commissary and enjoy being on death row the way the other guys, where they can have spreads in their cell and have radios and keep up with the outside. Texas 7 didn't enjoy those privileges. So up until each one of them was executed, he lived in misery on death row. And when I was at the Pulaski unit working back there, I get to see a lot of Texas 7. I'd see them all the time. For some reason, the guards was afraid of George Rivas, the guy who was supposed to be the leader of the Texas 7. And my first day back there, I had to work F-Part. That's where the level 3s are housed. It's a wild bunch back there. Setting fires, flooding, throwing shit and piss. It is hell. And it's hell working in that motherfucker. It's hell living on level 3. Well, anyway, when they first put me back there, I gave a little speech. I said, hey man, I've served a lot of time, man. When I get through cleaning up, I run errands for you guys. And they had food, they had trays all over the fucking place, trash where they done set fires. So I had to block all their cell off and get the fire hose to clean all that shit up. It was one particular cell, guy had a blanket up. He kept saying, tss, tss. So I know better. You don't go up to no inmate cell. So he said, he moved his blanket back where I could see inside of his cell. He had his cell blacked out where you can't see in it. He said, hey man, I'm George Rivas, man. I'm not gonna hurt you. I said, man, I'm not worried about you hurting me. I said, shit, you gotta come out of this cell with handcuffs. I ain't got no handcuffs on. I'm not even worried about you. That's how I got introduced to the Texas 7. Had to show him real fast, dude. That bullshit you and them clowns did, that shit not impressive to me. It took all y'all to kill one fucking man. I did that shit by myself. I didn't need no fucking help. You not impressed with me, show me you's an ignorant son of a bitch. That would have showed me, because there wasn't nothing smart about that escape. Ain't nothing to brag on. And some of those guys didn't have a life sentence. And another thing people don't ever speak on, 3 of them were sexual predators. Since people hate sex offenders so bad, 3 of those guys were sex offenders. That's what they were convicted for. You know, I didn't never have that much dealing with him. Occasionally he'll want a kite. That's a note from one inmate to another one. Pass. I'd do it for the clown. You know, but I had to set the boundaries on my first day, because a lot of inmates work back there had been stabbed, hot water thrown on them. They refused to work back there. And when the major asked me would I go there and work, I told her straight up, hey, if I can't defend myself, I'm not going to work there. I've been up under the building intelligence system. I got to be able to defend myself. If I can't do that, fuck that shit, because I already had a good ass fucking prison job. You know, there's a lot of hustles to be made back there if you want to fuck with them. And you always got to be aware of those guys. They ain't got a damn thing to lose. They will sit your ass up if you piss them off. They ain't got shit to lose. That's my video for today. Y'all support me over on Patreon. Keep your motherfucking shanks ready. You know it's holiday season. Make sure you keep your cars locked. I was just at Walmart. I seen a lady get her purse snatched yesterday on Cockrell Hill. Guy snatched her purse and took out running. So be aware of your surroundings and keep your head on a swivel at all times. Like and subscribe, and I thank you for watching.